please introduce yourself.
Well, I think I am Daniel Adamu, and it's good to see Bayo from this end. 208. I don't know if they are in 208 in Ghana already. I think they are 1 hour behind us, and that's how they'll be one goal behind us, or even more most likely for the double header. You know what I mean. So let's hope we meet some of our friends this afternoon.
So apparently, the Ghanaians are keeping us waiting. I want to believe that they wouldn't keep the Super Eagles waiting on the pitch when the game is expected to start on the 25th, because we are here, we are Nigerians, we are ready. They're not ready for us, I guess.
Yeah, when you look at how they've been playing their delay tactics, you don't expect them to bring it to the Zoom meetings. Uh, they've been delaying with the venue, delaying with the list of players, releasing list of players one after the other. Uh, for whatever reasons, some say some football politics in the Ghanaian FA. Some say because of the disappointment of the AFCON, and some say because the team is in disarray and all of that. While the majority believe it's because they want to come and shock Nigeria. We ourselves, we are electricity. We are ready for the shock, and there's nothing you want to do that we'll get surprised at this point in time. But really, let's hope that our Ghanaian friends get into the discussion as soon as possible, because I mean, you can keep Nigeria waiting with your list, but of course you can't keep CAF and FIFA waiting, and so please don't keep us waiting
Of
for
course,
this zone.
we are talking
Or
about.
maybe it is the time difference. Maybe they're still waiting for 1 more hour. Who knows? Maybe we should make.
But then it was clearly stated that it's going to start at 2 p.m. Nigerian time. So once we have a 2 p.m. Nigerian time, it's very easy to check what time it falls on in your own country and get along into what we have. It's the business of the day is to talk about this game,
Yeah,
and
true.
here we're talking about a rivalry that dates back to about 71 years ago.
Hmm.
So all hands must be on deck to ensure that we have something very, very decent. So just like you said, Nigerians are looking forward to seeing that game, and Ghanaians are upbeat. At least I've listened to a couple of Ghanaian football followers, and they are not pessimistic at all. They are so sure that this is their time, and they will stop Nigeria from making it to the World Cup.
Normally, they wouldn't be pessimistic. It's a derby. It's a big one. It's a rivalry of brothers, and when it comes to games like this one, even when your house is in disarray, you really wouldn't want to agree that you are the lesser team at this point in time. And Ghana really, of course, as they usually are, egoistic of themselves. They have the right to feel that yes, they stand a chance of moving to the next round of to the FIFA World Cup at the expense of Nigeria. Of course, it's Nigeria. They are just right there, and of course, they think they always have it better against Nigeria. But this time around, the case is different because while we both did not have a very good AFCON to remember altogether, um,
The
they
Ghanaians had
can
worse. They had worse.
they had was, but they can as well say that it was just a stage different from where they got knocked out in the group stage, while we got knocked out in the round of 16, just about immediately into the knockout stage. So, and this is different. This is different. This is not a tournament fixture. It's a two-legged affair. They have the home advantage first, and then the second leg as well can go either ways, and they can look at the fact that Nigeria in some of their qualifiers in the past few years, they have lost at home. We've lost at home to South Africa. Egypt has come to Nigeria and get points. We've seen, was it Sierra Leone?
Even Tunisia. Tunisia came to Nigeria and they got points here.
You got points here, and then we also lost at the Teslim Balogun Stadium too. Was it Sierra Leone
Central
or
African Republic.
Central African Republic? And so when they look at teams like those teams, they'll be like, of course we are the mighty Ghanaians and should be able to get something against Nigeria in Nigeria. They are not invisible. So let's just wait and see. Let's just wait and see how it all pans out. But I'm very very sure because at this moment they do not have a team that is stable enough to put us to test. And apart from the fact that they lack the quality, they also lack the stability. Two things that we really really have going for us, and we should be able to make that count, both home and away. So that's the truth of the matter. And afterwards, maybe we can use the opportunity of this particular game to put an end to the Ghanaian and Nigerian jollof, because at this point in time, I see the Nigerian jollof are still in the market looking for ingredients to buy.
You see, I was actually going to talk about to me now because Nigerians will tell you that they have the better, the delicacy. While Ghanaians will also, stand in defense
I
of,
give you some, yeah.
yeah, but probably this is giving us the true reflection of which would taste better. I haven't tasted the Ghanaian jollof rice, but then Nigerians are always very much ready. When you say something, you want to get something done, particularly in terms of football. Nigerians are
Mm.
always very, very, much alive to their responsibilities. Maybe it's another time to exercise our superiority over the Ghanaians. And I really want to believe that you are quite optimistic. But then I have one or two reservations while we wait for our Ghanaian brother to join us and
Uh-huh.
for us to, to do justice to this. But if we take a look at the last games we play, competitively, that should be the game against the Carthage Eagles of Tunisia. And despite the fact that the Tunisians had COVID-19 crisis, more than half of their first 11 was rocked or ravaged with COVID, and
Mm.
they pulled through. Now against a wounded Ghanaian national team, we know how it is when it is Nigeria versus Ghana. Are you of course saying that our top players know exactly what this particular game means? Fine, qualification for the World Cup, but then we've seen them in the past, and what will be the difference this time around?
Well, the difference is going to be the hunger of the players and their desire to play at the World Cup, the players and their wish to right the wrongs that happened in Cameroon, talking about the Super Eagles of Nigeria. And while, yes, they have had issues, get a single I really really want to hope that for this game against Ghana, we still are the top side. We go into the tie as the top side. We go into the first leg as the top side. We go into the game overall as as the side who looks likely to qualify for the World Cup. Remember that the World Cup since 2006 that we lost out, we've not failed to qualify for any of the Mundial since then, and our players have always been coming up when it matters most. I don't know, 2018 and now we seem to have a more mature squad than 2018. And yes, some of the players then are still very much available. But one thing I want to notice is that, or I want to argue, is that that team in 2017 had lesser quality to this team that we have,
Mm.
and they still managed to go through a very very tough group that had Cameroon, Algeria, and Zambia. That shows that the World Cup is a big stake for Nigerian players. The World Cup is somewhere all Nigerian players, whether at the professional or amateur level, whether at the big leagues or the small leagues, want to play in. And that would always play a big factor. Victor Osimhen has never played at the World Cup. He would
Mm.
want to do that this time around. Kelechi Iheanacho had a World Cup to forget in 2018. He would want to redeem himself. Odion Igalo has something to prove at the World Cup. Yes, we all may not like the fact that he was called back into the national team, but of course he's now back and there's nothing we can do about it. If he's fully fit before the World Cup, he's going to play a big part. And I'm sure he would remember that yes, in 2018 in Russia, I did not do very well. Nigerians don't like my performance, and I want to right the wrong. So all those things would always be at the back of the mind. And our goalkeepers, they want to prove a point. Just like then, we didn't have a goalkeeper to say, a top choice really, that we had in mind that yes, this is our first choice goal. We were shuffling the three goalkeepers that we have, and it's still the same thing at this moment. And any of the three goalkeepers that will be called upon against Ghana, I would want to prove a point that yes, I should be the man. I should be in between the sticks when we go to Qatar. So it's a very good time for Nigerian players to play Ghana. The motivation is there, the will is there. There are reasons to go out there and give all, and that alone should be enough to see us through against the Ghanaians.
Okay, Daniel, it is 20 minutes after this session started, and here we are still waiting, to have our Ghanaian brother join us. But then, I think in his absence, we can just, wrap it up this way, and we hope to have him some other time.
Yep.
Let's talk about the players that will be missing. Two players will be missing in action, one for Ghana and one for Nigeria. The first, one very experienced Ghanaian player, the son of the Ghanaian legend, Abedi Pele. I'm talking about Andre Ayew. I got a red card in their last game of the AFCON. Why Alex will also be missing in this one because of the referees.
What's the relation? Nephew or cousin
Okay,
to
okay.
Tejo
Since
Costa?
I have related Alex,
Exactly.
I
You
should
get the
relate
point.
Alex Iwobi to his
So,
nephew. That is Austin JJ Okocha,
yeah.
African legend, so to say. Yeah, of
Mm-hmm.
course. Who is missing the most, Nigeria or Ghana?
As a Ghana, it's not something we should debate because one, how many striking options does the Black Stars or do they have? Not many. And when you're looking forward to someone to lead the line for Ghana, you're always talking about the Ayew brothers.
Yeah.
It's either Jordan Ayew or Andrew Ayew, and Jordan hasn't really been impressive for the Black Stars. He has not really been given the goods, especially at the last AFCON. He had a lot of sticks on him, trying to get, and he was the driving force for that team in Cameroon. But his I mean, one tree cannot make a forest. So to now lose such a player is going to be a very huge one on that particular team, and it's left to be seen how they'll perform. And to tell you how huge the loss is to them, there are rumors that they might be a caller for Asamoah Gyan. I mean, that shows how dry the desert is in Ghana in terms of football talent at this point in time. The other big name is Thomas Partey, the Arsenal midfielder.
Yeah, I was expecting to talk about Thomas Partey.
But he's not a striker. Yeah, can he dictate things from the middle? Yes, sure, but he has to contend with Wilfred and Didi and a host of other midfielders that we have as well. And well, when you now compare Andre Ayew to Alex Iwobi, no, the biggest loss and the biggest miss is going to be for the Black Stars, and that's going to be it's going to be Andre Ayew. Alex Iwobi, of course, Nigerians have not been impressed with his performances of late for
In
the
recent time,
Spikes
yeah.
in recent times. So for not a rubbish, but good reasons for him at this point in time. Maybe it's even a blessing in disguise. Although I would not forget the fact that yes, the last qualifiers, he was a huge factor in our qualification. Remember
Yes.
that he scored the first goal against Zambia.
Proud to the 2018 World Cup.
World Cup, yeah, he scored the first goal
That
against
assist
Zambia.
from Shehu Abdullahi and then
Exactly, and
right up.
and to miss a player with such experience might really be a bad one. But of course, we can make do without him. We have the talents, and we have other players that can come in and fill in. But for Ghana, I just really hope that they don't find someone that can really come in and replace Andre Ayew.
Okay, in 6 minutes, Daniel, it means we would have spent 30 minutes on this session. Maybe, just maybe in 6 minutes, the Ghanaian brother we're expecting would surface. But then I have a feeling that at this point in time, we just need to, let them get things right over there. And maybe some other time we'll have a return and talk about this.
Yeah, maybe. But I seem to be getting an update here. Maybe he seems to be ready to join us right now. I don't know, but until they are ready, maybe we'll just call it a wrap and then come back.
Okay.
Hello, I hope I am on. Good afternoon to you all.
Good afternoon.
This is Adamu Muftawu from Ghana, africafoods.com.
Oh, welcome, Adamu. We've been
All right,
waiting.
thank you.
You've kept us wait.
Very,
We've
very
been
sorry,
waiting.
very
You've
sorry.
kept us waiting. You've kept us waiting, just like the Ghanaian FA has been keeping the world waiting for the list of the Black Stars.
Apology for the listeners. Apologies.
So are we bringing the Ghanaian politics into Zoom meeting now?
No problems, no problems at all.
All right, so we get everything moving. We get everything moving now.
Okay.
Just waiting for Anfieldlane and Bayo.
Okay, okay.
Getting across to Bayo Adegbouega so that you can.
Sure. Most definitely, most definitely.
All right, so it's good to see. It's good to have you people join us after keeping us waiting. But maybe we can get something going in just about few minutes where we await the other host. And well, let's know first what has been the reason for the delay of the list of players that would play for the Black Stars of Ghana in that tie. A lot of things have been coming. It's a mind game to keep the Nigerian contingent on their toes and then catch them unawares. How true is that?
Who is starting, please? Me or Akakpo?
Let's start with you. Let's start with you before we engage Akakpo.
All right. Talking about the delay in the release of the squad. Yes, the technical team of the Black Stars took every Ghanaian by surprise after coming up with that short release that they want to delay the release of the players or the squad, so to speak. But talking about the fact that the delay in the squad is somehow going to keep or going to catch Nigeria unawares and take them by surprise, I don't buy into that. Because if you look at the players that played at the Africa Cup of Nations the last one in Cameroon, it is the same of catching somebody unawares. If there's going to be any changes in the squad, then it will be very, very slight because you have the same goalkeepers, and probably the only addition would be Richard Fori, who plays his football in the PSL. That would be the only addition. But he's an old stock, so there's no surprise in there. If there's going to be any addition at all to sort of catch the Super Eagles on the break, I don't think it will be much. So that's number one. Number two, to say it is mind games, I don't see any mind games in this. I feel it's more of taking the pressure away from the players that would be invited. You know, anytime there's this squad release, it is marked by, I mean, for lack of better word, insults, unnecessary comparisons, and all sorts of pressure on the national team. So to reduce the pressure on the national team, especially when we are going to play a country no other than Nigeria in this crucial moment, which the first leg is very important, I think it's necessary to take the pressure away from the Black Stars. And for me, I think that is why the technical team decided that we should delay, waste a bit of time in naming the squad rather than coming out easily for journalists to sort of dissect and bisect into the squad, which in the long run would affect the technical team and the playing body as a whole going into this big game on 25th March.
All right. So you spoke about wanting to keep the pressure away from the players. That already sounds like a negative to me because representing the national team should be something that all players should look forward to. And then playing at the World Cup is always the biggest enticement for any player anywhere. And if the Black Stars of Ghana get pressured anytime they are invited, don't you think it's already a lost cause going into this tie with Nigeria? Still sticking with you, Muftawu.
Not at all. Not at all. We know the sort of pressure the Super Eagles get when players are mentioned. We know the support they get when squads are released. We know Nigerians. I have a lot of Nigerians. In fact, you are one of them. But then the pressure that comes here in Ghana, my brother, is none other than about 60 to 90% of negative criticism, which doesn't go down well with these coaches, especially now that we have our own, who in some way, somehow, have already been criticized negatively, even before they took over. Many have already said Otualu doesn't merit the job because he hasn't handled any big club before, let alone handle a national team before. So already the pressure has started for Otualu. In that case, to reduce the pressure on himself and the national team, which is sort of 90% negative on my part, which Akakpo would admit to, and I think it's better to delay the squad rather than name the squad and then face all this harsh criticism going into a game against a country like Nigeria. So I don't think it's a lost cause at all. It sort of takes away the pressure from the team before they play Nigeria. Don't forget, it's a big game by all standards. The rivalry will be revived.
All right, so Akakpo, let me now engage you for the first time in this meeting. It's good to have you join us as well. And everything. If I were to be a Ghanaian at this point in time, I would be pessimistic about the outcome of the game. I would be so disappointed with the arrangement by the Ghanaian Football Association, especially with the way they've handled the players list and then the venue. But having said that, do you think the campaign that Ghana had at the AFCON in Cameroon is a reason for this? And looking at that as well, do you have any optimism ahead of that two-legged affair between two rivals?
Yeah, thanks very much for the opportunity given to me. I think the World Cup qualified the playoff between the Nigeria and the Black Star. There's a lot of problem in Ghana concerning there's a rift between the ministry, the National Sports Authority, and the GFA. I think if hello,
we can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think the network is bad here, so I can't.
I can hear you. Can you see me?
Yeah.
Of course, go ahead.
Yeah, I think the delay. Let me start with where my brother Adamu Adams end. The delay of the squad has caused a fear panic for the Ghanaian journalists and the whole Ghanaian supporters, because as a football nation, we have to be fair in terms of releasing the squad to the public Ghanaians, whether all the players are having a playing time to know, because if the players are not having a playing time with their clubs, so if we have to do analysis with the call up or everything, we have to know that this player is eligible to play for the Black Star. This player is eligible to play for the Black Star. If not, the delay of our squad in Ghana has been a problem, all because in Kumasi.
Hello, Akakpo. Okay, seems we have network issues with Akakpo at this moment. But Muftawu, are you there with us?
Yes, I'm here, loud and clear.
All right, so let's engage you while we wait for Akakpo to get back. And it's all about the players. Of course, they are the main actors when it comes to things like this one. And outside Ghana, I don't know what it is like in Ghana, but from Nigeria, for a lot of people, we believe Ghana is currently having a dearth of quality players at this moment, and it has reflected in the recent results that you people have had, in especially missing the last World Cup and also the poor performance at the Cameroon Africa Cup of Nations. Do you think you have enough quality, looking at how Super Eagles players have been doing in Europe, to actually face Nigeria and get the World Cup ticket?
All right, thanks again. When you talk about quality, Ghana has always had quality, but our biggest problem is management. Our biggest problem is administration. If I talk about management and administration, we can all see how Nigeria's Super Eagles platform is automatically attracting players born in the diaspora. That's number one. We can talk about players who are willing to play for the Super Eagles. That is number two. Those born of Nigeria, born in Nigeria, are willing to play for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. But you can't say the same about the Black Stars of Ghana. A quality player who plays for Southampton, that is Salisu Mohammed, on countless occasions has rejected the offer to play for the senior national team of Ghana. That's number one. Kamal Soa, who currently plays on loan at AZ Alkmaar, he plays for Club Brugge, he's on loan at AZ Alkmaar. He has equally asked for time to think through of playing for the Black Stars. We've also had quality like Godfred Donsta overlooked. We have also had one guy who plays for Fiorentina, his name has escaped me a bit. He's also asked for time to think about playing for the Black Stars. All these things that are happening stem from the fact that the guys are not really happy with what is going on administratively with the national team. In 2006 in Egypt, we exited at the group stages. So the quality players have already been there. The quality players are already there. But administratively, what are we doing to attract these players just like the Super Eagles are doing? As we speak now, a whole Taiwo Awoniyi, who was your top striker at the AFCON, is in the standbys. That tells you that Super Eagles are spoiled for choice. A whole Alex Iwobi fan, he is suspended, he is out of the squad because of suspension. It tells you Nigeria is spoiled for choice. To the extent that a lot of players, in fact, a number of players who played at the Africa Cup of Nations are on the standby list. Tells you, speaks volumes about the fact that Nigeria have quality. Likewise, the Black Stars of Ghana. But Nigeria is doing something right as far as administration is concerned. And Ghana is doing something not too right as far as administration is concerned. If you really want to comb Ghana League itself, there are players who could be fused alongside the foreign players to form. It's not happening. So it looks now that Ghana hasn't got much quality, which is not supposed to be the case. Ghana has a lot of quality to face Nigeria, but administratively, you are getting something wrong, my brother.
All right, administratively, you're getting something wrong. But having said all of those things, Ghana would be missing it. Yes, there's still Thomas Partey, but when you're talking about leading from the front, it's got to be Andre Ayew, and he got a red card in the last game in at the AFCON, and definitely will be missing the World Cup qualifier between both sides. How does Ghana intend to cope? There are talks about the fact that the Ghanaian FA wants to extend
The call-up to Asamoah Gyan. How true is this, and what is the plan? What is the plan B for Ghana?
Well, the plan B had a door for Muftawu and Chris Hughton, but talking about extending a call-up to Asamoah Gyan is a no. It's an absolute no, 100% no. Because Asamoah Gyan, even when he returned from his European, Asian surgery, has not been fit. He's now playing tennis. That is lawn tennis. He joined a local side that is Lagos FC. He only managed 3 games. That is even in less than 90 minutes in total. Asamoah Gyan has not been fit. The only fittest person, or let me say, the oldest guy who is fit at the moment is Suleiman. I'm not too sure he'll be called into the Blasters. He has even lost some speed. So on Andre Dede Ayew, I will be very honest with you, my brother. It will be the biggest blow going into the Super Eagles clash. I was talking about pressure earlier. There's one player in the last few years who has had a lot of negative pressure, a lot of necessary criticism on his life, on his family, on his football career, which is Andre Dede Ayew. But he's gone on to play more than 100 games for the Black Stars, no matter what, and closing in gradually on Asamoah Gyan's record. This guy, no matter the situation, is the leader, will lead in the Black Star squad against a tough opponent like Nigeria. This guy, Andre Dede Ayew, is one of the people, or in fact, the person we need at this point in time to lead the Black Stars into games like this. Yes, deputy captain is Thomas Partey. Look at Thomas Partey's demeanor at Arsenal. Look at Thomas Partey's demeanor in the Black Stars at the Africa Cup of Nations. He's the reserve type. He's not the vociferous type. He's not the energizing type. And against Super Eagles of Nigeria, who are almost all full of energy, right from goalkeeper to the bench, who are full of energy. You need somebody who will be able to energize Black Stars against the Super Eagles of Nigeria. And at the moment, I'm very sorry to say we don't really have somebody who will lead us in terms of the captaincy against the Super Eagles of Nigeria. So I think Andre Dede Ayew's loss, in fact, is a very, very huge one. If there's any word bigger than the word huge, my brother.
All right. Having said all of that, Andre Dede Ayew being a huge loss, does that reduce the optimism amongst the fans in Accra, Kumasi, and all other parts of Ghana for this particular tie? We have a lot of Nigerian friends who want to join in on the discussion, and we can see Akakpo, Agodji back online. So maybe I should start with him on that particular question. Andre Ayew is out. What does that do to the morale amongst fans in Ghana, across Ghana, and does that reduce the expectations amongst the lovers of the Black Stars of Ghana?
Yeah, well, again, for being back, because the network in Kumasi is very bad here. Yesterday it rained, so the network is bad here for the opportunity. And the absence of Andre Dede Ayew will not affect Ghana because we have the quality players who have been playing in Europe, and a lot of them are really excited being invited to the national team, and it has been a challenge for our technical team to announce the squad. So the absence, as for me, I think the absence of Dede Ayew will not affect our game, our play against the Super Eagles of Nigeria. But as for me, I'm confident that the Black Stars will beat the Super Eagles in Nigeria of Nigeria in Kumasi with the Thomas Partey. You can look at the Thomas Partey, his demeanor at Arsenal yesterday. They play against Liverpool. The way I saw his posture, the way I saw his play, I think with the inclusion of Thomas Partey and the new players, which the technical handlers, that's Didi Dramani and Otuado, bringing on board of the new players, the quality of the players can help beat the Super Eagles of Nigeria. And I might say that if Ghana can, the call-up will be a fair, we can get a fair call-up players who are determined to die for the mother Ghana, I think we can qualify for the World Cup, my brother.
All right, so it's all about whether the players are ready to give their all or not. But having said all of that, Adriano fears that recently the Super Eagles of Nigeria tend to take World Cup qualifiers seriously. I'm not saying they don't take other matches seriously, but they seem to always up the ante when it comes to the FIFA World Cup. Looking at the last qualifiers, they had Algeria, they had Zambia, and they had Cameroon in the group, and they made it look so easy with the qualification. Don't you fear the form of the Super Eagles? They are even coming with players. Some of the players that did not play at the AFCON. Victor Osimhen is now available. A lot of players. Odion Igalo is also available, and it's going to be very. Don't you think it's going to be very tough for Ghana to stop those players?
Oh no, I don't think so. I don't think so. We have a player like Talib Lamte playing the EPL and Salisu Mohammed in the Southampton team, who are the new players to be called on the Black Star, who can stop the Super Eagles attackers. I don't think there is fear. I don't think there is fear. We have a players who can match the Super Eagles boot for boot, especially Lamte. We have Salisu and other players who are eligible to play. Jiku, you know, Alexander Jiku too is very good at the center back for the Ghana. I don't think it is a fear factor for the Black Star to Nigeria to beat us at our home ground.
All right, so let me come to you, Muftawu. Let's talk about this objectively, star for star, position for position. The only place where it seems as though Ghana and Nigeria are level is the goalkeeping position. And doesn't that make you worry? Because it looks like Ghana has more talent than the Black Stars at this moment, more quality players in all departments.
My brother, thank you very much for this question. If you look at player for player, number one, of course, Super Eagles are up there more than the Black Stars. If you look at, like you said earlier, the Super Eagles are taking things a bit serious. And before doesn't mean that initially or before they did not take it seriously. Before General Rowe left, there were questions about Super Eagles' home performance. They changed the coach in less than 1 month, or Augustine Iguavon took over, and we saw what they did at the Africa Cup of Nations. They just ended Africa Cup of Nations. It was every country's game. It was every country's game to surprise any country. We saw what Gambia did their time. We saw what our home squad did. Poor performance against Comoros Island. Even with Andre there, that was where it happened. But face fact, I would love to see Ghana at the World Cup, but I already said that Odion Igalo has much experience under his belt. In midfield, somebody like Nempalis Mendy, who won the Africa Cup of Nations, the recent one with Senegal, has been benched by Wilfred Ndidi. What more can you expect? I'm happy I've heard Joe Aribo is in the Rangers, but definitely meaning he'll be back in the Super Eagles squad. I love that guy's play. What more can you expect? If these guys, in one way or the other, are on top of their shape in Europe, if you look at their statistics in Europe, very, very impressive with goals. Can we say the same about the players that we believe are going to be invited? Because as we speak, Salisu says no to the Black Stars. Kamal Soa says no to the Black Stars. Godfrey Donsa has been overlooked. I've forgotten the Fiorentina's guy's name. He has not come for the Black Stars. Ask yourself, apart from these players, what other qualities can we have to match the Super Eagles, who in this lineup 25-man squad, all of them, if have not been regular, have amassed number of games under their belt. If my brother Akakpo says we have the defenders to match the Super Eagles squad, I mean the 9 strikers that have been named have combined 50 goals, all of them 50 goals combined, dangerous for defenders. So if you ask me, to be honest, brother, I am a bit worried about our defenders. I'm a bit worried about our midfielders. In defense, some way, somehow, we might have the experience of probably Jonathan Mensah if he's invited, Daniel Amate, who plays Leicester City in the English Premier League alongside Felix. Somewhere, somehow, Alexander Giroud, yes, has been in great form in France. In that case, we'll be free. But on our laterals, typical number 2, number 3, we saw them at the AFCON. They were extremely slow. And if you have a player like Moses Simon Samuel Chukwueze on the flanks, with their performance in France and Spain, respectively, my brother, you have a cause to fear. So, player v player, Super Eagles is top notch. They are ahead of the Black Stars. The only thing probably that will do for the Black Stars is the unity we have enjoyed, and that would make maybe some way, somehow, pull the Super Eagles back a bit in this particular game. If not, Super Eagles are way above the Black Stars.
All right, so we've been entertaining the thoughts of our Ghanaian brothers since they joined the conversation, Adamu, Muftawu, as well as Akakpo, Agodji, although they had to make us wait, just like we're still waiting for the list of the Black Stars for the doubleheader for the Qatar World Cup qualifiers. Now, let's bring in another Nigerian to talk about the Super Eagles of Nigeria and what Nigerians have been anticipating ahead of this clash. His name is Babajide Adamu. We call him Everblazing for short, and he would join in the discussion right now to have visitors as well. Everblazing, hear me? Everblazing, you have to speak louder. We're struggling to hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's better now. So, Everblazing, I'm sure you've heard a lot of the conversation, and well, there seems to be a bullish. There seems to be a bullish mindset from Nigerians ahead of this match. And it's been a big time anticipating the list from the Black Stars. It's very, very important because we want to know the identity of the players we'll be facing. Although we hear rumors of Joe Walcott from the lower divisions in England, he was the goalkeeper, first choice for Ghana at the AFCON. But beyond that, Thomas Partey seems to be the only other name that rings the bell. Everblazing, Nigeria has a lot of players at disposal for the game, and going into this tie, I have not seen Nigerians more confident than we've been now.
Well, thank you very much. That's the result of how the Nations Cup panned out for the two teams. There's this popular thing in the football that you are as good as your last game. As far as Nigeria and Ghana's last tournament, last matches are concerned, I think Nigeria does Ghana, and I'm not trying to spite the Ghanaians now. I'm just saying things as they are. Because you look at the luminous manner in which Ghana exited the AFCON in Cameroon. I mean, that you would not expect that from a perennial contender for the AFCON glory, talking about Ghana right now. 4 times winners of the AFCON, and for them to be knocked out by a team who are more or less debutants in the competition, talking about Comoros. So that gives you the impression that with how Nigeria, faced their matches all through the group stages, beating Egypt, beating Guinea-Bissau and Sudan, there's every optimism on the mind of every Nigerian that going into the game against Ghana would be a job well done for the Super Eagles. However, this is football. Just like we always say that we don't know where it could crack, we don't know how things could pan out in a matter of minutes, in a matter of even 90 minutes. I would suggest that the Ghanaian national team right now are more or less a wounded lion. I'm not saying they would evict Nigeria, but let us just be considerate of the fact that knowing full well that there's this reproach that came through for the Ghanaian national team and to a larger extent the Ghanaian nation right after the AFCON, they might want to approach this particular two-legged tie as let's go and do whatever we want to do. Let's go give all we have within us. Because, like I always say, that team to say, okay, we'll go there and win. It's another for that team to get onto the pitch and then do what's needed to be done. Just like Nigeria has been very serious when it comes to the World Cup matches, World Cup qualifying matches. But who has the most thing to lose in this side? I think it has to be Ghana. because by their performance in Cameroon, they would see this tie as a tie that it's either we win or we win. And I'm sure Nigerians also would want to put away that disappointment of losing to a defeated Tunisian side at the AFCON. And it throws up an interesting tie to all of our faces. However, I think with if we want to consider the players that the two teams will be parading, if we want to consider the manager, if we want to consider which team that has the better pedigree amongst these two, going by how they have both approached their matches, their previous matches, talking about the AFCON, and who are the better performance, better outing at the AFCON, I think Nigeria would carry the agenda of the two-legged affair.
Okay, thank you very much, Babajide Adewumi, for that short one. And we seem to have a major host back, Bayo Adegbouega, joins us after exiting to attend to some issues before we had others join us from Ghana. I mean, they've been no apologies, but it's like I will be trolling you Ghanaians a lot all through this Zoom meeting because I mean I don't know. But before I return to the host, let me come to Adamu Muftawu. Adamu Muftawu, please give us give Nigerians a feel of the kind of players that they should anticipate. I mean, the possible 27 man list, the possible starting 11. I know Joe Walcott has been confirmed. That's the only player I know that has been confirmed as far as I'm concerned. And then maybe Thomas Partey. But of course, they are not the only players that will play the two legs. What should Nigerians be expecting really from your own point of view?
My brother,
Adamu, we have issues with your connection. We are struggling to hear you. Your line is breaking.
Daniel have been left in the dark.
Oh well.
If there are any new players that are going to be added.
Hello.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it is better now. It is better now. It is better now.
Hello. Can you hear me?
It is better now. It is better now. You can go ahead.
Can you hear me now?
It is better now. We can hear you.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, of course we can hear you now. I can hear you.
It's better now.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
So,
thank you very much.
What's the lineup?
I said earlier, Ghanaians have been left in the dark as far as naming of the squad is concerned. Okay, like I said, it is difficult at this moment to pinpoint the kind of players Otuado would be. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear
Hello?
you. We can hear you, Adamu. Oh, let's put your thoughts on hold right now while you try to sort your network problems. And we both Ghanaians that we have online are now gone. And so, Bayo, can you please show face? If I'm placing, are you still there?
Yeah, can you hear me, Daniel?
Of course, I can hear you, and I think we've done justice within that period that we had both of them, and we have.
Continue to do it, but I think we are having a kind of atmosphere that we would have when the game solid as we have here in Nigeria.
It is not. It
So
is
they
not.
would battle with network, they would battle with the Nigerian players on the field of play too. But having said that, I think
Raja battled with jollof rice too.
so. I think
Boom, like.
we should take a look at something different. Daniel, while I was away, did you guys talk about the playing pitch?
Yeah, we weren't able to get there. We were still talking about why there's so much confusion about the release of the players, and Muftawu
Has
and
there been a
Agodji were
confirmation?
talking about Akakpo rather.
Did the Ghanaians
Yeah,
confirm
Adamu Muftawu is back on online now. Adamu Muftawu, if you can hear us, we want to know about the venue from the Cape Coast to the Baba Yara. Sorry, okay, you don't understand Yoruba. I would have said the Yara Baba Yara, but from the Cape Coast to the Baba Yara Stadium, Adamu Muftawu, Yara in Yoruba means the room. So Baba Yara, I don't understand. I don't know what Yara means in your language, but let's talk about the pitch anyways. What is the assurance that we will be playing that game at the Baba Yara Stadium and not the Cape Coast Stadium as been circulated?
Of course, I don't know why you don't understand Baba Yara. You are in Nigeria and you speak Hausa. Baba Yara is Hausa. That is the father of the children.
I'm not Hausa. I'm not Hausa. We have a lot of tribes in Nigeria, so and I'm not part of the Hausa tribe.
That's just by the way. But then, if yes, the Baba Yara Sports Stadium has been approved by CAF on conditions, a lot of conditions, plenty of them. And if you look at the conditions that have been given, if we are not able to meet them as an FA, we are going to be fined. Interestingly, some of the conditions are very weird. That's the adjustment of a floodlight intensity. Doesn't mean our stadium has not been of international standard all these years. The installation of a newly modern equipment and materials in the referee's dressing room, my brother. Doesn't mean we didn't consider this in all this while. So there's every assurance that the game will be played at the Baba Yara Sports Stadium, but then these requirements that we are supposed to meet has made it extremely difficult and left the FA in wonderland, so to speak. So if you are not able to meet these things, then we are in trouble. We might play at the Baba Yara Sports Stadium, but then there could be all possibilities that the FA might be fined or sanctioned after the game, if you ask me.
What you're saying now is that FIFA has given go-ahead on conditions, but those conditions are most likely are conditions that Ghana may not be able to meet. Is that what you are trying to say?
At all. Absolutely at all. Difficult to meet them in 7 days.
Okay, so if that is the case, what is the plan C? Because plan A was Cape Coast, plan B is Baba Yara. Okay, there was another plan of maybe Morocco or one of the or Benin Republic, and this looks like
yes.
What should be the plan D if Ghana cannot make it?
Yes, plan A was Cape Coast, it never happened. Plan B is Bayo Sports Stadium. So if you need, for me, if there's any suggestion I would have to give for a plan C, then definitely we have to shift the game outside Ghana, because if you look at the requirements the FIFA is giving Ghana, we will not be able to meet them, even if you are given 1 full month, or even if you are given 2 months, we will not be able to meet them. I'm being very frank. If we will be able to meet them, then it is possible. Then our stadia should have been in shape all this while. So if there's going to be any plan C, then automatically we should look nearby, either Benin Republic, or if possible, like they said, either in Morocco or probably in Algeria. That would be what I would suggest for a plan C. If not, there will definitely be a fine or sanction. Once again, because we will not be able to meet this requirement in these few days, brother.
All right, so Everblazing, this looks like a big chance for Nigeria. Nothing seems to be going the way of Ghanaians, and if they are not playing at home, that's a huge advantage for the Spikes of Nigeria.
Of course, and a big advantage, and I'll come back to your statements earlier that Nigeria is taking things seriously these days. As much as most of your home games prior to qualifying for the AFCON and the FIFA World Cup to this stage has not been that impressive under general rule. Things, if you look at the performance of Super Eagles in away games, they have been impressive. Players have come up to the task anytime it mattered most. So playing outside Ghana or a neutral ground, that is a bigger advantage for the Super Eagles of Nigeria, if you ask me, because if they are going to be anything to go by the information we are picking at the quarters of the Ghana Football Association, there are going to be some new players who haven't tasted African football before, and that could be dangerous for the Black Stars as well. Don't forget Nigerians. Most of these players that have been invited have played in and around that region, talking about Africa region before. So if the game is going to be played outside Ghana, all too good for Nigeria and all too bad for the Black Stars.
Well, definitely, you have to consider that it's one of those things in football when something like this happens and you have a particular team not playing at their natural home turf, as the case is with Ghana right now. There's this feeling that, oh yeah, we are not on our natural home turf and we just go there and not get the job done. However, I don't believe that, even though it's one of those things you consider when you want to play matches like this. I mean, even if you play on a neutral ground and you play well, you will win. If Nigeria, because Ghana will not be playing at their home turf, says let's go there and just play anyhow, and yeah, we would eventually get results. It doesn't work. Football doesn't work that way. What matters is why not go there, get your act right before the match, and then when you get to the pitch of play, don't leave room for any chances. Which I think Ghana, like I said earlier, are a wounded lion right now. And if there's not thinking, if we go there with the mindset of going there and then just messing them up because of how things have been for them right after the AFCON, they were knocked out symbolically at the AFCON, and even to make matters worse, they will not be playing their World Cup qualifier, the deciding match as the case is, that will take them to either Russia or make them sit back over there in Ghana. And they will not be playing that on their home turf. So it's like everything is against them clearly. But even when things are against you, sometimes you just have a way of, turning up and then ensuring that at the end of everything, you have the song of victory to sing. For the Super Eagles. And that's why I'm really, really hoping that I think is we would have had much more time with the Super Eagles right now. We would have known what is at stake here. If we go there and we win, we are in Qatar. If we go there and we fumble Nigeria, that should be the thing that should be, sticking on the brains and on the minds of every Super Eagles player that will be representing Nigeria when they face Cameroon in a matter of weeks.
All right, so now let me come to Bayo Adegbouega. Let's hope that he has the time to talk to us now. Do you think that the weirdness, let me use that word, in the preparation of Ghana for these two ties is something that Nigeria should be wary of, especially the lack of prominence of the players that would likely take charge of his game. For one, there are reports that Felix Afena-Gyan, who plays for AS Roma in Italy, could actually also debut for the Black Stars. Do you think that Nigeria should be wary of the fact that we don't know most of these players and what they can
Yeah, of
do
course,
on the pitch of play?
of course. Nigerians and the national team should be wary. I was talking about something just now, and I really did not know if you got that. This is Nigeria versus Ghana. This rivalry dates back to about 71 years ago, and form is always thrown out of the window whenever these two teams or these two countries, go head to head. And as a matter of fact, when there is a game of this magnitude, one team would look like the ill-prepared team. And at this point in time, that is Ghana, no doubt, because of the issues they've had with the playing pitch, the players that you're coming to field with, their expectations back home, and of course the manner at which they exited the Africa Cup of Nations. You and I would say that okay, Nigeria, has it better compared to the Ghanaians. But having said that, I I have a feeling that they will still give the Nigerians a run for their money. That is our own players. We will be given a run for our money. And I think it's going to be a game of so many opportunities. So it would be a case of you taking your opportunities, avoid profligacy, avoid complacency. If you get the opportunities, bury them as early as possible. If you can get it done, fine. I might want to liken it to what happened between Manchester United and Atletico Madrid in the Champions League just a few days ago. United had the opportunities, unable to take them, and Atletico, the few chances they got, converted one, and did what they know how to do best. So this same thing will repeat itself. Ghana, Nigeria will be highly explosive, but I have a feeling that Nigeria will take the day, but not forgetting the fact that it will be very, very tough. Reason being that if the Bayo Stadium in Kumasi is not hosting, it means Benin Republic would be the option. Even though Nigeria recently had a result in Benin Republic, during the Nations Cup qualifiers, Paul Onuachu, firing on all available cylinders in that away game before Nigeria also returned to Lagos. But then this is Ghana, for crying out loud, and little known players could pose a threat to the Super Eagles. We know our players. Even Ghanaians do not know all the players that they will be parading, So this is something to worry about. That is why I'm trusting and depending on the technical ability of our coaches, led by Austin Eguavoen. Let's see the input of Daniel Amokachi. Let's see the input of the goalkeeper trainer Aloy Agu. Because when Nigeria exited the Cup of Nations, they were clamorous about
Hello, Bayo.
Who will man the pole for the Super Eagles of Nigeria.
Can you hear us?
These are issues.
Because I'm sure others can hear you as I can hear you as well. Okay,
if
while we wait. Okay, seems like you're back online.
If you take your...
Okay.
Hello,
So,
Daniel, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Hello, are you there?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, I was talking about the possibility of the Ghanaians, coming to party with little known players, and that would really be difficult. You don't have a defined pattern to tackle players you do not know. They are coming to face the Super Eagles, practically for the first time. So it's really, really going to be difficult compared to the Super Eagles of Nigeria, that our players are very, popular and known. I think the Super Eagles would walk down into the game with their attention, fully focused on the game. Exiting the AFCON in the round of 16 is not a good thing. They want to redeem their image. Wherever the game is taken to, be it the Babayara Stadium in Kumasi, be it the stadium in Benin Republic, I am confident that it will not happen in Cape Coast. So wherever it's been taken to, well, we are just hoping for a good game. But just like I said, it's really going to be highly explosive, a game of so many chances. But if you take your chances, you'll definitely be winning.
All right. So, Adamu Muftawu, which player are the Ghanaians putting their eyes on from the Super Eagles of Nigeria? A lot of talks about Victor Osimhen, quite all right, but there are various other players. There's Wilfred Ndidi, and a lot of players that Ghanaians will be thinking can do the damage. Who are you focusing on majorly, individually?
Thank you very much. Once again, I will be happy to see Ghana beat Nigeria.
Okay, if we can't agree on Ghana and Nigeria and Jollof, I think we can agree that Nigeria's network is better than the networks in Ghana, because at this point in time, we cannot hear Adamu Muftawu. Let's hope that he comes back to us. Bayo, ever blazing, let me throw it open to you.
Ordinary Ghanaians focusing on the other. Yes. So if on my part as a journalist, what I am focusing on, analyzing the squad, it looks very complete. Maduka Okoye, despite his mistake at the Africa Cup of Nations, hasn't been bad for club side. He's played as many as 21 matches, if my statistics are right, out of about 24 for Sparta Rotterdam. Initially, it was Daniel Akpeyi who was number one, but for injuries, he hasn't been bad for Kaizer Chiefs as well. So at the goalkeeping ranks, Francis Uzoho is also the 23 years. At the goalkeeping ranks, we know Nigeria has it all. But in defense, of course, tough ones. We've seen players played for Watford, William Twist Ekong, very good player by us, and that Kenneth Omero has also done good partnership in the Africa Cup of Nations. But our problem or players we are focusing on basically will be in midfield and attack. Like you mentioned earlier, Wilfred Ndidi asked against Thomas Partey, who is going to reign supreme in that midfield battle. We are looking at that particular midfield battle. And automatically in the attacking machinery, we cannot do without thinking about Moses Simon. We saw him play in the Africa Cup of Nations. We cannot do without thinking about Samuel Chukwueze. We saw him play. And unfortunately for us, unfortunately for Nigeria, Victor Osimhen was not at the last AFCON. Likewise, Odion Igalo was not at the last AFCON. But we saw what the others did, talking about Taiwo Awoniyi. And unfortunately for Nigeria, Victor Osimhen is back. He scored over the weekend 2 goals. Odion Gallo switched club, and so far he has scored 5 goals. Yes, I think 4 goals rather for his new club. So these are some of the players we'll be focusing on. Not
Adamu. Okay, so I don't know. Maybe we'll try as much as possible to round things off since we're having network issues with that. But all focus, especially during on this meeting, has been on Ghana, where the first leg will be played. But let's talk about where the second leg will be played and where the possibilities of either teams getting the sole World Cup tickets could be. The Abuja National Stadium is the home of the Super Eagles, at least for this tie, and it's in top conditions. But it's been a long, long time that the Super Eagles of Nigeria played at that venue. Bayo, do you think this will be a huge, huge factor in the final aggregate result? Bayo. Okay, seems Bayo too is.
All right. You mentioned the Moshood Abiola National Stadium,
yeah.
And I think that's another factor. This is the first time the Super Eagles will play there in so many years. You know, it's having a different texture now. The edifice rehabilitated. The playing pitch is different from what we used to have. And if my memory serves me right, all the players of the Super Eagles, majority of them, if not all, will be playing on that turf for the very first time, in that particular stadium for the very first time. So the ambience, what they are used to across Nigeria, at the Teslim Balogun Stadium in Lagos, at the Nest of Champions in Uyo, even the Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium in Benin City, you know, it's a different ball game entirely. Fine, newly refurbished, but then are they going to feel comfortable playing in Abuja? That is number one question. And we'll get to know in the first 15 or 20 minutes of that particular game. I hope it becomes a fortress because if it does, it means we finally have a home for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. We wouldn't have to, you know, switch base subsequently. But if, God forbid, otherwise happens, well, it means we are not settled yet. But will the fans come out to see the football game? Maybe not a field to the brim stadium. Maybe the capacity will not be, you know, 100% because I have read that fans in Abuja do not really love to turn out for games. But this is the Super Eagles. We'll have people traveling from Lagos, from the southwest, from the north, from the east, you know, just because they want to see this game. So my major worry is we are playing there for the very first time since it was refurbished. How well would the player acclimatize with the condition? I hope it works in our favor. That's just
Bayo, let me tell you the truth. My major worry is the fact that Nigerians may not turn up because we have, you know, all the issues that we have right now, and you know what I'm talking about. Anyways, don't let me be too loud about it. Everblazing, do you share the same fears about the Abuja Stadium? Fans may not turn out because you know, PMS is very, very expensive at this point in time, and a lot of things are not.
The world is aware already.
Okay.
The world is aware that PMS. You know, at least I think the Ghanaians are having challenges with their own network. We are having challenges with getting PMS. So it's
And then flight from Lagos to Abuja at this point is 50,000 naira flat.
It's a systemic thing. That's Africa. It's not peculiar to just Nigeria.
So Everblazing, Abuja, do you think it's going to be a good hunting ground?
We just have to hope. We just have to hope that it becomes a fortress, just like Bayo said. And I've been trying to remember, aside probably Ahmed Musa and Ogenyonazi, if he makes the team from standby, I think aside those,
you cannot make it. We pray he doesn't make it to the team. Because I think
apart from those two guys, the other players haven't played on the Abuja turf, and I hope they get acclimatized very quickly. And I expect, although even if it had never happened before in Nigeria, I expect the technical guys of the national team to get these guys around, even though they don't have much power over that, get them around as early as possible so that they could first go feel the grass of the Abuja pitch, so that it won't be all totally new by the time they get to face Ghana over there. And I really hope they get the job done right from the first leg in wherever they fix the match against Ghana, so that by the time we come to Nigeria, even if we don't play well on the new pitch totally, at least our assignment over the course of the first leg would have actually propelled us into, being on the side of the advantage by the time we take on Ghana in Nigeria. I just hope it becomes
all right. So
Daniel, sorry, before you talk, just to buttress what Jide just said. In the past, Nigeria and Ghana have clashed in qualifying campaigns, and we clashed in 1962, 1970, 1974, and most recently in 2002, prior to the 2002 World Cup. And Ghana and Nigeria, still mated. It was a goalless affair in Accra, and the Eagles won 3-0 in Port Harcourt to qualify for the 2002 finals and, book a place in Korea and Japan. So if we are going by what happened the last time out, Nigeria had the upper hand. Away from home, it was goalless. We returned home, we got the job done. But a goalless away in Ghana at this point in time will be so scary, because it means the Ghanaians might just come to Nigeria and believe, hey, if we can hold Nigeria to a draw over there, we can get something out of this one.
So where do you think the tie will be won? Ghana or Nigeria?
Ghana.
Oh, sorry, Morocco or Nigeria or Benin Republic?
I think it's gonna be away from home, because what we do away from home, so we can come back home and and just rejoice and celebrate. Celebration is what I'm waiting for in Abuja. Let's get it.
All right. So, Everblazing, how has away results been so far in qualifying series? Does that should we be hopeful based on what Bayo just said?
Yeah, let's be hopeful. The Ghanaian man I've forgotten his name. I was talking about how Nigeria's performance has been, talking about the qualifiers away from home. There's always this positive feeling that when we go away, we'll just go there and beat those guys. Let's just hope the same thing repeats itself this time. This time shouldn't be an exception. Our away performance should not be different from what we have been seeing in recent times, even on that ground. And, there's this positive feeling on the minds of every other Nigerian about the appointment of Adegbouega as the handler of the national team. Let's hope everything turns out well as we want. And honestly, I sincerely hope that this would be just like the previous meetings when it comes to playing qualifiers against Ghana this time around in 2022. We beat Ghana during the first leg, and by the time we come back to Abuja, in Jesus' name, let me add it, it will be a celebration.
All right, so let me start from the Ghanaian. Muftawu, the scorelines as we round up this Zoom meeting. What are the scorelines you have in mind for the first and second leg, and then on aggregate?
Well, it's difficult, but then if Ghana really we want to qualify, then we really have to beat Nigeria first for here, which looks a daunting task for me. So if you ask me about scoreline, I think I'll go for a 3-0 win for the Black Stars of Ghana here. Then when we go to the Moshood Abiola Stadium, at least even if it ends in a 2-1 defeat or a 1-1 draw, we're able to go through. Again, it looks a mountainous task for the Black Stars of Ghana. So that's my prediction.
All right. Thank you very much, Muftawu. Everblazing, we live in the Rock City, and it can be very, very, very hard to climb the Olumo Rock. and he just gave a mountainous prediction, 3-0 win for Ghana in the first leg. What are your own predictions for both legs and the aggregate?
For the first leg, I think Nigeria would win by 2-0. And when we come here in Nigeria, a long goal. I feel we'll beat them over the course of the 2 legs. And you could even sense that this is on the live panel. We feel that he wasn't even so sure, or perhaps his network is not disappointing him. He wasn't so sure saying that he has to with us.
It is well. You know, this banter you people are throwing. Bayo, let's quickly have yours. You know, it's the derby. Predictions can be very tricky.
Yes, as we go, I firstly have to thank our Ghanaian brother Adamu, Muftawu, GDF Blazing, and of course yourself, Daniel, you know, for holding on since we started. And the host, Apostle Michael Oshodeke of Anfieldlane, and that's one top Nigerian football intermediary who has done some decent transfer deals in recent times. I most sincerely say thank you very much, you know, for thinking of something of this nature. And let me let it out. According to him, we are meant to have another session for maybe before the game or after the game. I hope it comes after the game. I am also hoping that it comes in form of a Twitter space, you know, that would afford so many people, you know, the possibility of being part of this one. So lastly, prediction, 2-1 away, Super Eagles win. And when we return to Nigeria, 2-0 win for the Super Eagles. So that takes us through to the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar. Thank you.
All right. And sorry, for me, I'll be going with a 1-0 victory for the Super Eagles of Nigeria in Ghana, and then win by, say, multiple score lines here in Nigeria. 2-0. I'm not expecting Ghana to score on both legs, so it's should be a 3-0 win on aggregate. And I'm very sure Muftawu would really accept that and know that Ghana will not be playing at the World Cup until 2026.
Possibly.
Possibly,
anyway. My brother. He looks difficult.
All right, so thank you very much for your time, Muftawu. We really, really appreciate it. Of course. You said?
Yeah,
talking about
thank you very much.
Possibly if they play well, because this 2022, as far as it's concerned, they are not going. It's Nigerian thing.
I'm not understanding you. Ever blazing. Well,
let me be very honest. Yeah, for the quality Nigeria has, it will be high injustice for Ghana to go. I'll be very honest with you. It will be high injustice because we need to see the quality at the World Cup. And when we go with the quality we had at the African Cup of Nations, we will disgrace. So Nigeria needs to go there, honestly speaking.
All right, thank you very much. We will support you too when you get it right. Thank you very much. And then, of course,
you're welcome, brother.
Say greetings to the other guy. I can't remember his name now. He left the meeting. Just say me hi to him. Thank you very much, Adamu Muftawu. And thank you very much.
Akakpo,
yes. Akakpo, yes, yeah. And also thank you very much, GDF Blazing, as well as Michael Shedeke.
Very much.
I am Daniel, as usual, and we see you some other time.
You are there. Don't believe you.
Bastard.
I'm